EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the South American country of Argentina and its capital city, Buenos Aires. Coming up, we've got an ultra-important divisional round matchup in the NFC, as it'll be the Dragons of Brooklyn taking on the Armadillos of Buenos Aires.
One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25.
Okay, break.
Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They're going to look to throw.
His first throw of this playoff matchup is intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it.
And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Oh, his first throw of this playoff matchup is intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen.
And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
2nd and 11.
That throw taken in by Jamison Williams.
Touchdown! Jamison Williams, 78 yards.
And the Dragons are on the board first here in this division round matchup.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Hurts throw taken in by Chark.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam.
And Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball in the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down the pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
Hurts. He'll drop this off to Pacheco.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
No, and I think he went backward. He did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field.
First down, here's Mitchell.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. He'll look to throw.
This one goes underneath to Walker.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. Back to throw here.
That pass caught, it's Williams.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Luke Musgrave
from 13 yards out.
And the Dragons lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Koo now for the point after.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. He's going to air one out. This is caught at the 20. A big play there. 56 yards.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun.
He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Hurts to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there. And now 4th down.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Lewis Seen.
And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down, Brooklyn.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Armadillos, nothing.
Second quarter now. It's Brooklyn in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 25-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll get it inside the 35. And, oh, boy, nobody wants to see this. That's the running back, Kenneth Walker, who appears to be injured. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
They'll look to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
We need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. But he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space. Couldn't uncover at the end of the route. And that one winds up incomplete.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Patrick Queen.
And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Throwing is Hurts. He targets into him for another grab. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. They've got good hands. Then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Jalen Carter in on that tackle. Now it's 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Forced out to his left.
Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down.
It Hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it.
Now back to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving.
So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown! Evan Ingram from 10 yards out. And the Armadillos are back within a score. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll set up a throw. And got his man complete. Down the left sideline. Touchdown! Jamison Williams with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dragons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Pass incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And this is caught. Touchdown. A great play there. 37 yards. And the Dragons continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it.
Their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
37-yard line.
73.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
That's another Buenos Aires first down.
On 1st down, Hurts.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Trenton Simpson.
And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. We have 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Kyle Hamilton picks it.
And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is, why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
And now here is another interception.
Tariq Woolen picks it.
And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 24-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Armadillo 7.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the first.
Good for a Buenos Aires first down.
They're going to look to throw. That one complete. He finds Shark. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Looking to throw. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And my goodness, another interception. Tariq Woolen picks it.
Well, they're certainly in a bad way right